Hello everyone, Rurikhan here, and today I'm bringing you a Mass Effect video. I just finished Mass Effect 2, and I thought I'd recorded the final sections of it, and I just have to say it was really epic. And I just want to make sure that, like myself, none of you guys miss on this epic series, because I have been missing out on Mass Effect, and I was introduced to Mass Effect by Sidestrafe, which you guys probably know who he is. In case you don't, check out link in the description, you know, usual stuff. I really want to make sure that people don't misjudge what the Mass Effect series is about, because it was kind of what I was doing. I was kind of like, oh, Mass Effect series is like Dragon Age in the future, but it is so much more than that. It's not even funny. Like, after having played through Mass Effect 1 and 2, I just feel that, I mean, the Mass Effect series completely trumps Dragon Age, like, easily. And I would really just like to share some of that experience with you guys, and that's going to be possible through this particular video. So one of my objectives in this video is to allow players that have already been through Mass Effect 2 and Mass Effect 1 to relive the final moments of Mass Effect 2 from my perspective, which some of you guys might be interested, some of you guys might not. But if you are interested, it will also obviously give you, you know, the setting of Mass Effect 2, so that you guys are like, remember the lore, so that when you start playing Mass Effect 3, you haven't forgotten about everything. The other thing is for players who never played the Mass Effect series or even know what the game is about. This is a good chance for you guys to check it out. And in case you guys don't plan on playing Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2, this should give you a pretty good sense of what the game is about and the storyline of Mass Effect 2. This video is only partially commented because it has a lot of cinematic moments, and I feel that I shouldn't really comment over the cinematic moments because it is an incredible cinematic experience, in my opinion anyways. It's something that should be watched without commentary, those sections. Obviously, in order for you guys to situate yourselves, in case you guys don't really know what Mass Effect is about, it's going to be hard to understand some of the terms that are used throughout this video, such as who's Joker, who's Shepard, who's Tali, who's Jacob, who are all these people, what's a mass relay, what's the Normandy, you know. And for that particular purpose, I have actually written a topic list that allows you to go over all of this information as you guys watch the video, so that whenever you have a question like, oh, what are the collectors, you just pause the video and you can look down below and see what that's about. Unfortunately, all of this information will not fit in YouTube's description box. Therefore, I have all of this information on my website. The link is going to be below as well. The video is going to be embedded in the website, so you can watch everything there if you so desire. And there is the topic sections are always going to be beneath the videos themselves, so that's another way to look at it. The video is going to be divided in 3 parts, simply because, I mean, it is a 1 hour plus video, and I think nobody's gonna watch like just 1 hour of video straight up. If you want to do it, that's fine. I mean, you're gonna be able to once, because I'm gonna put all these videos in a playlist. And the other thing I wanted to say is that a lot of experienced Mass Effect players might come to the conclusion that, oh, you could actually, you know, or even come and tell me, you could just reload your save game and, you know, and change some of the decisions you've made throughout there, because you guys will see what happens with the decisions that I've made. And I just want to say that I feel that is wrong. I mean, you guys should stick to your decisions, because it gives the game a real sense of consequences, like, oh man, I really messed up and now someone died. And I think that's the way you guys should handle your Mass Effect experience if you really want to experience to the max. Like, for instance, in Mass Effect 1, spoiler alert, I let the Council die. And I've heard several of my friends say, oh, I went back and reloaded and saved the Council and it's okay. And I mean, so what? I let them die. It was a decision I've made. And in my opinion, I even think that you should have been penalized if you let them live, because you're kind of making the choice between saving the universe and saving the council. There should be some kind of penalty for saving the council. I mean, the penalty for saving the universe is obviously letting the council die, but there should be a penalty for saving the council as well. This is just my opinion anyways. I just think that it's important for you to stick to your decisions in Mass Effect. Also, something very important is that Mass Effect allows you to import your save games from previous Mass Effects, which bring along with it the consequences of the decisions that you've made in your previous Mass Effect game. So Mass Effect 2 allows you to import your Mass Effect 1 save game, and Mass Effect 3 is going to allow you to import your Mass Effect 2 save game. And I just think that's a really cool feature they've done, and I've had a blast with it. It pretty much tailors your Mass Effect experience to yourself, and it makes it as unique as possible when compared to the experience of other players. The video that you guys are about to watch obviously uses lots of assets from the BioWare Mass Effect game and EA, and I hope they don't sue my ass for it. Just saying that. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and peace.
Shepard, what can I do for you?
Have you got time to talk?
For you? Of course. I can't tell you how much what you said means to me. But I understand if you need to find someone else. Not that I'm complaining if you're still interested. Are you still interested?
I don't want to risk your health, but I'm willing to wait.
Thank you. I want you to see what's under this damn helmet. I need to feel your skin against mine, to share myself with you before we fly off into the final battle. I'll find a way. So, I've taken some antibiotics as well as some herbal supplements that should bolster my immune system. I was going to bring music, but I didn't know what you'd like. And I'm babbling like an idiot.
It's okay. Come here.
I just don't want to. I want this to work. I've thought it over. I've minimized the risks, but I'm still nervous, and that always makes me talk too much. It's a defense mechanism, and it's stupid, and people who just see the helmet can't see my expression, so I have to make it clear what I'm feeling.
Shepard, I wish I had more information for you. I don't like you heading through that relay blind, but we don't have much choice.
I'm not going alone. I've got some of the best working with me. If we stick together, we'll make it.
I knew we brought you back for a reason. I've never seen a better leader. Despite the danger, it's a great opportunity. The first human to take a ship through and survive.
I'm going to destroy the Collectors, to stop their attacks on humanity.
Understood. It's still impressive. I just wanted you to know I appreciate the risk you're taking. Regardless of your opinion of Cerberus, of me, you are a valuable asset to all of humanity. Be careful, Shepard.
Approaching a Mega-4 relay. Everyone stand by.
Let's make it happen.
Reaper IFF activated. Signal acknowledged.
Commander, the drive core just lit up like a Christmas tree.
Drive core electrical charge at critical levels.
Rerouting.
Brace for deceleration.
Oh, shit! too close. Well, these must be all the ships that tried to make it through the Omega-4 relay. Some look ancient.
I have detected an energy signature near the edge of the accretion disk.
Has to be the collector base. Take us in for a closer look. Nice and easy.
Careful, Jeff. We have company.
Taking evasive maneuvers. They're just pissing me off. Edie, take these bastards out!
As long as the new plating holds.
Want another round? Come on, girl, let's give it to him. It's in the cargo hold.
I'll take a team and deal with the intruder. You get the rest of them off our tail.
Aye, aye, Commander.
In this section, as you guys could see, we are being attacked by these collector kind of patrol units here, which are called the Oculus. And basically, according to Miranda, which is one of our team members, she says we're going to need heavy weapons to take it down. Unfortunately, even with heavy weapons, it is incredibly difficult to take this bad boy down. The difficulty we're playing at is hardcore, which is the not the hardest one, but the one before that. And right now I'm going to be shooting some of the rockets that I have in my weapon. I didn't really upgrade to the ice weapon. I chose this one instead because it seemed to me on the description that this one would make more damage than a freezing weapon, although I'm not 100% sure of that. And as we can see, we just wasted all of our ammunition on Oculus, and now we're going to be having to switch to rifle or submachine gun here. Submachine blasting the crap out of Oculus.
Lose them in the debris field.
Our kinetic barriers are not designed to survive impact with debris that size, Jeff.
Well, I guess it's a good thing we upgraded. I'm going in. Come on, find some room.
Kinetic barriers at 40%.
Reroute non-critical power. This is gonna hurt. Damage report.
Kinetic barriers steady at 30%. No significant damage.
Take the helm, Edie, and keep it slow. See if we can avoid any more attention.
I have detected an enemy heading for the cargo hold.
That thing again. This one's up to Shepard.
Ahead of us.
And back again with Oculus. As you guys can see, his energy has been completely regenerated, and now we don't actually have heavy weapons to support us as we did in the very first try. I'm actually looking around because one of your teammates will shout that you should go get some more heavy weapons ammo. As you can see there, Tally grabbed some more heavy weapon ammunition, but unfortunately I was looking around and I couldn't find anything. So basically, I mean, I'm going to keep on looking for a while, but I will eventually just switch on to machine guns and try to take him out with that. Because unfortunately, I can't really use my biotic powers on him, like pull and throw, because the only thing he has is armor. As you can see, his energy bar is yellow, which means it's just armor. So the only thing left is grab my rifle, because it does probably the most damage at long distance, which is the situation I'm in right now. So I'm just grabbing my rifle and firing as much as I can. I would obviously rather be aiming at the red portion of the Oculus, but as you can see, is behind that structure, which makes it incredibly hard. At this point, I was like, there's got to be more heavy ammunition in here. I'm gonna break all of these boxes, but it's just pointless. And I even get shot near an explosive thing now, which even makes me take a little bit of damage. But eventually I just reach the conclusion that there's no way out of it. Just grab your rifle, shoot the crap out of it, throw a couple of warps in there. Warp is another biotic power that actually can affect armor and barrier, but my main strength of my character is with throw and pull. So warp is not such a good damager, and there the Oculus completely taking the fight to me and overtaking my position, so I had to move out. And now he's very low on health, but he is firing that red laser, and I'm not that curious of figuring out whether or not it's going to deal me massive amounts of damage. He is trying to retreat at this point, so I'm going to try and get a biotic warp in there. And the warp does land, however he did get away for a brief couple of seconds, but as soon as he comes back he does not have that much health, so he is going down. I'm not even moving, my friend. You're going down with a pistol.
I think it's going to stay dead this time.
Better get back up here, Commander.
We're about to clear the debris field. There it is. The collector base.
See if you can find a place to land without drawing attention.
Too late. Looks like they're sending out an old friend to greet us.
Fire the main gun.
How do you like that, you sons of bitches?
Get in close and finish him off.
Everybody hold on, gonna be a wild ride. Give him hell, girl.
Look out!
Mass effect field generators are offline. Edie, give me something.
Generators unresponsive. All hands for impact.
Joker, you okay?
I think I broke a rib. Or all of them.
Multiple core systems overloaded during the crash. Restoring operation will take time.
We all knew this was likely a one-way trip.
I'll do whatever it takes to stop the collectors, but I plan to live to tell about it.
I'm glad you're in charge. What's next?
How long until the collectors find this landing zone?
I do not detect an internal security network. It is possible the collectors did not expect anyone to reach the base.
Well, if we're lucky, their external sensors were hid like we were. They might not know we're alive.
This isn't how we planned this mission, but this is where we're at. We can't worry about whether the Normandy can get us home. We came to stop the collectors, and that means coming up with a plan to take out this station. Edie, bring up your scans.
You should be able to overload their critical systems if you get to the main control center here.
That means going through the heart of the station, right past this massive energy signature.
That's the central chamber. If our crew, or any of the colonists, are still alive, the collectors are probably holding them in there.
Looks like there are two main routes. Might be a good idea to split up to keep the collectors off balance, then regroup in the central chamber.
No good. Both routes are blocked. See these doors? The only way past is to get someone to open them from the other side.
A few well-placed explosives should clear a path.
There is insufficient ordnance on board to create an explosion capable of damaging the interior walls.
If we can't blast our way through, then we'll use stealth. Someone could sneak in through this ventilation shaft here.
Practically a suicide mission. I volunteer.
I appreciate the thought, Jacob, but you couldn't shut down the security systems in time. We need to send a tech expert.
It's your call, Commander. Who do we send into the shaft?
Legion, you can hack through anything. I'm sending you into the shaft.
Acknowledged.
The rest of us will break into 2 teams and fight down each passage. That should draw the collector's attention away from what you're doing.
I'll lead the second fire team, Shepard. We'll meet up with you on the other side of the doors.
Not so fast, cheerleader. Nobody wants to take orders from you.
This isn't a popularity contest. Lives are at stake. Shepard, you need someone who can command loyalty through experience.
Miranda's right. She should be in charge.
I won't let you down, Shepard.
I don't know what we're gonna find in there, but I won't lie to you. It's not gonna be easy. We've lost good people. We may lose more. The collectors attacked our ship. They took our crew, our friends. They think we're helpless. They're wrong. They started a war, but we're not here to finish it. We're here to make them regret. To show them and everyone else what happens when you go too far. No more running, and no more waiting. Let's hit them where they live. Second team, are you in position?
In position. Meet you on the other side of those doors.
And as you guys could see after that amazing briefing, basically what happens is we are trying to save the colonists which have been kidnapped by the collectors, as well as our crew members which were also kidnapped by the collectors during a collector attack on the Normandy. So we splitted the group into 2 teams. Miranda is going to lead team number 2 because in my opinion she's probably the most experienced leader in the group. I will lead team number 1, and we've placed our Geth robot in the ventilation shaft to take care of opening the doors for us. And as you can see there, me using the powers that I've mentioned to you guys, throw and pull, it's my favorite combo. I know that it's really basic, but it's a lot of fun. Like, as you can see there, the warp breaking the barriers, and then pull, there goes one, and throw, bong. I just think that is extremely fun and a very efficient way to dispatch enemies. Once again, pull and throw. This is my favorite way to dispatch enemies. And the thing is, however, you can't just dispatch all enemies like this. If you guys notice, I'm not doing it every single time because some enemies will actually have barriers, which will protect them. As you could see there in those tubes, that was Legion. Legion is going through those ventilation shafts to open the doors for us further up ahead. However, he is obstructed by a couple of valves which we need to open. If we do not open these valves in time, he will actually burn to death inside those tubes. You can actually still see him if you look on the upper left corner every now and then on those orange tubes. That is where Legion is. And if you notice on the bottom right corner of the screen, you will notice something saying Specialist is in danger. What that means is that basically he's obstructed by a valve and the temperature is constantly rising, and it will eventually kill him, which will obviously fail the mission. So that pretty much gives you pressure to keep moving forward at a steady pace. And here I'm going to take a little risky maneuver there, open up the valve before we even take out the Harbinger. Now the Harbinger is actually a Reaper, which takes control of a specific collector in order to make it a lot more effective, which basically means that that particular collector that you see ahead of us that is shining all over the place is chock full of barriers and armor, and I can't even use the powers that I like pull and throw on him. So I just have to rely on good old weapons power and warp. And as you can see there, it is a lot more aggressive than the remaining collectors there, taking Tally's position, but we did take him out in time. However, we are running dangerously low on time on the specialist there, so taking a chance here, running through this collector, opening up the barrier to make sure that our Geth friend doesn't die in there. Meantime, the Harbinger takes over that collector, so I'm going back into cover because it is a pain in the ass to fight the Harbinger, like I've mentioned. Here, just going for the head, trying to deal as much damage as possible, throwing another warp in, and down he goes. Now going to be moving forward with my team. You can actually order your teammates around and put them in specific positions, but in this case, they've seemed to be adapting to the terrain pretty decently. As you can see there, once again, Specialist in danger. In the upper left corner, you should be able to see Legion one more time. And another valve open. We still have 4 valves to go, which means that Legion is still in danger. In a way, I have to say that I also picked Legion because he was probably the one person I wouldn't mind losing, but that would be unfair because, I mean, Legion is a faithful character. It's just hard to trust him because the Geth used to be our enemies, so yeah. As you can see there, taking out the Harbinger. The problem with taking out the Harbinger too soon is that he can't possess any other collector in the squad ahead of me, which is the reason that further up ahead you'll actually see me trying to take out the collector drones before I kill the Harbinger. As you saw there, that collector drone is about to go down and the Harbinger just possessed him, which is the reason why you should always try to take those collector drones out before the Harbinger himself. And now in a very dangerous situation, because if you guys can see the switch in the upper left corner there, so I am making a very kamikaze move here because the specialist is in danger, and once again I do not want him to die, otherwise the mission will fail. So I'm trying to get to that switch as fast as possible. I can see that there's collectors landing right next to me, and I'm basically dodging down. They're spamming space a little bit too much, going back behind cover. And now going to be taking out a couple of collectors here. But it is incredibly, it does give you a lot of pressure to being, it gives you a lot of pressure to having to constantly force yourself to move forward faster and faster, because as you can see, I'm fighting these collectors, but the specialist once again in danger, and I'm just like, oh my god, it just gives you that feeling of urgency that I just think is amazing. And also remember that this is in hardcore, and it is my first playthrough of Mass Effect, so it is hard. I did die here a couple of times, I'm not ashamed to admit it. It happens, but it still was incredibly challenging, which is the reason why I love the game so much. And now, incredibly clutch maneuver there. 15 seconds to go, the switch nowhere to be seen. There it is. Let's run ahead, get the specialist out of there. Boom, 6 valves and the specialist still alive. It was a very close call there because we did get 2 Harbinger possessions there, which was a pain in the ass. There I knocked that guy down with push, and keeping them there with push once again. Boing, boing. I just think that pushing and throwing is just really, really fun. And now the specialist is already in danger one more time, and I still have a lot of collectors ahead of me. Punching through with warp, breaking their barriers. As you can see, when they have that purple barrier on their health, the health is in the top center. When they have those barriers or armors, I can't use my biotic powers on them. The only thing I can use is warp, which is why I try to take it out like that. And now comes the throw, which allows me to just push him out of the way. The specialist is in danger, so I am going to make a run for the next switch there, and 7 out of 8, getting very close to the final one. However, an unusual number of collectors ahead of us, and as you can see, the Harbinger there behind them. So I am trying to take out as many of these collectors as fast as possible so that I cannot divert my attention to the Harbinger. Because here's the thought process when you're in this situation. If the Harbinger is way back there, he's not really a threat. You just got to make sure that he doesn't have all that much free time to harass your people. But you can focus on taking out those collectors. My thought behind throwing that singularity there, which works as a vortex that sucks people in, was I wanted to break their shields and push them into the singularity. Didn't really work out because they were not close enough to the singularity, but I did take them out with the shockwave, and the only thing left right now is 2 collectors and the Harbinger. The Harbinger is still not in so much of a menacing position, so still taking my time, taking out the collectors. Boom, there goes another collector, completely off screen. Specialist now at 50% health. Going to be taking out the Harbinger and running to the final switch, and there we go.